What's up everybody, it's 𝐒𝐨𝐽 bringing you the awesomeness of today and beyond. Just like the title says, I'm going to show you how to fix your LED light in the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition box. You're probably thinking, what LED? What am I talking about here? Well, first off, I want to say that I love this Collector's Edition box so much. Everything that Sonic Mania's team, including Sega, that they have done into this box is freaking phenomenal. I love everything about it. The beauty about Sonic Mania's Collector's Edition is that it has a lot of the essential elements of the 90s console, the 16-bit hardware, the Sega Genesis. You're given an exact replica of the Sega Genesis cartridge, and that is the Sonic Mania, which is the exact same thing as the original cartridge from the old days. I mean, just look at that. Look how beautiful is this. They look exactly alike. In addition to the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition, you're also given a ring. It's metallic. It's freaking awesome. I love everything about this. But one of the most important element of the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition box has got to be this. And it is an exact replica of the 16-bit console, the Sega Genesis. Like I said, I love what Sonic Mania, including Sega, for what they have done in putting this together. It is a work of art. Obviously, you're not going to be able to go ahead and plug this in because everything is just aesthetics, and they have nailed down everything of the Sega Genesis, from like the paints to the high definition graphics, everything, including when you put in the battery on this thing, you get the iconic. Yeah, it has that. But there's one thing that kind of, I was a bit disappointed. Because here's the thing, Sega and Sonic Team have focused on so much aesthetic to make this look like the original console. And the thing that is missing from here is the LED light. For those who did not grow up in the 16-bit era, let me explain to you something about the aesthetic look of the Sega Genesis Model 1 and its red LED light. The red LED light is so important to the look of the Sega Genesis mainly because it shows its beefed up power of the 16-bit. But here, it's kind of missing that. When you flip on the switch, I mean, look at this. I hope this catches the camera, but look at that. You hear Sega, but there's no red LED lights. However, when you look closely, there is an LED right there. It's just sitting there. There's an LED right here. So it made me wonder, what is going on? What's happening over here? Why there is an LED right in front of me, but it's not lighting up? So I decided to go ahead and open up this console to see what's going on inside. And to my surprise, I was able to go ahead and fix the LED light, and it works. Now, is this tutorial difficult? No, it's not. It's not exactly that difficult. It doesn't require much. The only thing that you do need is a little bit knowledge on how to use a soldering iron. That being said, let's go ahead and kick off this tutorial with style. Okay, the very first thing that we need to do is to remove the 4 screws at the back. Use a small screwdriver to go ahead and remove the small rubber paddings. Once you have removed the rubber paddings, proceed by removing the screws. Once you have successfully removed the screws, slowly open up the case. But at this point you want to be a little bit careful as you don't want to damage the cables. But let's just say that you did, you can easily solder it back. You can see that there really isn't much going on here. When you look at the top case of Sonic Mania, the one where Sonic is standing and his feet are clipped onto the case, you can see that the LED light is there, but there are no cables running from the LED light to the PCB board. Honestly, I don't know why the manufacturer that made this product did not solder in the wires from the PCB board to the LED light, because this is really a simple fix. The next thing you want to do is remove the screws for the speakers. Follow it by removing the screws of the PCB board. So the tools that you will need is a soldering iron, some solder, soldering paste, and a couple of wire. It doesn't matter what color of wire you're using because you're just connecting a wire from the LED to the PCB board. But for this tutorial's purpose, I'm going to go ahead and use red for positive, and because I don't have black, I'll be using blue for my ground. Taking a closer look at the PCB board, we can see that there isn't much going on here. However, one thing is clear, you can clearly see the 3 letters LED on the chip. And it is here where you have to solder in the wire from the LED into those pins. Before we start, I like to pre-solder all of my connection points by adding a bit of soldering paste with solder on each ends of all of my connections. This applies to my red and blue wires, the PCB board, and the red LED. I mainly do this because I want to make sure that I have a strong connection. Now that I have applied the pre-solder into all of my connection points, it is time to solder in these connections together, starting with soldering my wires to the PCB board. On the PCB board, where it says LED, on the right pin is where I'm going to solder my red positive wire, and on the left pin is where I'll be soldering my negative ground blue wire. You can now see we have a really good connection here. Let us move on to the other ends of our wires and start soldering the red LED light. Now remember, in a typical LED, the long leg is always positive, and the shorter leg is negative or ground. Let us go ahead and solder in our wires to the correct legs of the red LED. Once that's done, you can go ahead and test it out by flipping the on switch. That's it! Congratulations, you now have fixed your Sonic Mania's Collector's Edition. Now all you have to do is close up by putting the case back together, and you're good to go. With the new changes, it boosts up your Sonic Mania's Collector's Edition aesthetic looks dramatically. And now you can go ahead and enjoy the full aesthetic look of your Sonic Mania Collector's Edition. That is just amazing. The LED light that's already given, it works. And I find it very strange that Sega or Sonic Team did not include the cable wiring because it was very basic. Everything was there. But the fix is very simple, it's easy to do, and you can do it. But nonetheless, I still want to go ahead and say thank you to Sega and Sonic Team for making this beautiful Sonic Mania Collector's Edition box, and the aesthetic on this thing is just phenomenal. With the exception of the LED light, I mean, come on, somebody should have checked this stuff before you guys shipped it out. But still, I love it. I love the game. I love the music of this game, and a huge shout out to Mr. T-Lopes for composing the music. The music is just phenomenal on this game. You have to, if you haven't listened to this game, music is amazing. Not to mention the artist that drew Sonic Mania and Tails. The pixel animation on that game is just phenomenal. So thank you, Paul Veer and Kyrene Gates, for making those pixel animation. It is amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, but I also have one more surprise for you guys. These right here are official Sonic Mania manual. They do not come in with the collector's edition box. They do not come in the standard box set. You can only get these manuals only if you were in Comic-Con 2017, which I had the pleasure of being there and meeting all of Sonic Team. So for you to enter this giveaway is very, very simple. I have laid down the rules in the description box. There will be a link in the description box where it will take you to go ahead and do a checklist of things to make sure that you are guaranteed in the giveaway. So I have a total of 4 manuals over here, and this giveaway is open to locals in Kuwait, including the US. To participate in this giveaway, you simply have to do the following. 1. Subscribe to my channel. 2. Follow me on Twitter. 3. Leave a comment in this video and tell me what is it that you love about Sonic Mania. And finally, for you to increase your chances, you need to have an Instagram account and do the following. You need to follow me on Instagram, you need to go ahead and give a thumbs up on the trailer of this tutorial, and finally you have to mention 2 people on that post. The duration period of this giveaway is very short, it's not long, and you could be one of the lucky winners in having these exclusive manuals. So that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and also do check out my other videos, especially my Moonwalker video where I talk about someone has found a missing game cartridge, a Moonwalker game cartridge that has the missing chiptune music Thriller, and it's in its fullest form, not the short one. So check that out. That being said, this is 𝐒𝐶𝐏 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.